How's it going, everyone? I'm future meteorologist Steven Foray, and welcome back to another episode of your weather news podcast with Foray Predicts. Well, after a week of not so much action in the world of weather, boy, do we have a lot to talk about this week. Starting it off this week here on Long Island on Thursday, we were under a marginal risk, believe it or not, for severe weather, and lots of rain fell yesterday. We had about an inch to an inch and a quarter throughout places on the island and the tri-state area. So lots of rain fell, and believe it or not, we also had a very, very small chance for a tornado. Luckily, we didn't see those locally. This week, believe it or not, the enhanced risk for severe weather return there in Oklahoma and Kansas. Here's what the National Weather Service had to say about it. Scattered severe thunderstorms are expected later this afternoon into evening over portions of eastern Oklahoma into western Kansas. Of course, the risk along with these came tornadoes, hail, and damaging wind gusts. So I hope everyone affected by these storms stayed safe. You could see those were pretty strong storms there on the radar. Believe it or not, even places upstate New York and around there had tornadoes. So we had some severe weather this week, that is for sure. And believe it or not, things are heating up in the Atlantic. That is right, the tropics are active. Here was the tropical weather outlook before things started to get crazy with the two hurricanes in there. And here's what the National Hurricane Center and National Weather Service had to say about Gabrielle right as it began to rapidly intensify into a strong hurricane. Gabrielle is now a hurricane, but luckily it passed east of Bermuda on Monday. The chances of impact, of course, decreased as luckily it didn't go near Bermuda. We are very thankful for that, especially as it rapidly intensified. However, the swells affected the coasts of Bermuda and the Atlantic, so I hope everyone stayed safe and out of the water if you had some crazy swells by you. Alright, now the updated outlook. Look at that, Umberto is in there. Look at that strong hurricane there on the radar. It is pretty crazy. So you could see the tropics are absolutely starting to heat up. Umberto right there, Gabrielle out in the Atlantic, and then look at this Invest here. Invest 94L. Can you believe it? Yeah, that's right. We might actually have a landfalling hurricane. So, Georgia, South Carolina, maybe even North Carolina, please start to prepare now, as you might have a landfalling hurricane or tropical storm Monday, Tuesday, definitely sometime next week. Look at those two storms pretty close together. That is crazy to see. We don't really see it that often. Well, guys, the tropics are starting to heat up. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching this week, everyone, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend.